last time we? Huh? So come fast, right? So coming like hero, na? Who are late, don't come to this side. Na? Go and stand like no, go and sit back side. Okay, don't come to this one. Other people has to watch your face. Huh? Why are you coming here? Came to the inside, again you go outside, again come inside. What is this? What is this? They are calling. Go. Go and dance. Dance like. It came with the lab. Lab not came. Who are not came lab, stand up, get out. Stand up. Go outside. Stand up, go back. Came to the lab. Fine, very good. Wait, morning class topic is we can't wait to we talk about what? Ma? We talk about the jars and all. See guys, predefined support dependence we need to download. With dependency means what? Jars, we have the dependencies and all. ఏం చెప్తాం లేకపోతే ఒకసారి రెండు సార్లు చెప్తాం ఏం వాషింగ్ మిషన్ బట్టలు వేసుకోవాలి ఏం మా అక్క దగ్గర పోతున్నారు వచ్చిన పనులు ఏందో చేసేయము ఏందో జీవితం You are also upset, lab. I was doing that I didn't get. I was going to go also. My father. Wait, morning class we added the dependencies. Dependency means what? Jars. Wait, dependency means what? Jar. We added all of the jars like like multiple jars. We need selected it. And you need to go for the starter dependency, guys. What is starter dependency means what? Starter dependency will aggregate what? Multiple dependencies into. Starter dependency will aggregate the multiple dependencies into what? Single. Let me go for the starter dependency, guys. See, let me create the project, guys. Today we are going to create the project. Create the project. To create the project, we need to add the dependencies. Add the dependencies. The dependencies means what? Jars, right? So when you create the project, we need to add the dependencies. Add the dependencies we need to add. What are the dependencies like? See guys, the project is created only one project, single project. We can do all operations like we need to add the multiple dependencies we need to add. What are the dependencies like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, some 8, 9 dependencies we have there. I'll tell you what are the dependencies here. The first one is like Spring Starter Web Dependency required. Spring Starter Web Dependency. See, Spring Starter Web Dependency, what it will do, it will supports like controller layer, service layer, repository layer. This all the layers are what supported. The first dependency we added what was Spring Web Dependency. Spring Web Dependency. Yeah, Spring Web Dependency will provide the support for like what you can say controller layer, service layer, like these all the layers will be supported. Supported guys, layers will be supported, right? See guys, I want to run this project. To run this project, server required. To run the project, what required? Server. To run the project, server required. To run the project, what required? Yes, sir. Server. I want server. Generally, in the old and old approach, we have the Tomcat server. I'll install. What server guys here? Tomcat. See, I'll install the Tomcat server. Install the download the Tomcat server. First step is what? Download the Tomcat. Download the Tomcat. This one is what? Install the Tomcat. Download the Tomcat, install the Tomcat, guys. Definitely, you guys are what? So you guys are irregular to the labs and all. While downloading time, 20% people are failed for the downloading process. 20% people are what? Failed for downloading process. Some people who are downloaded 80% people install the software, install the Tomcat server. While installation again 20% people are what? Gone. Installation fails, sir, my system not working, sir, my system going outside, sir, like that. So that is like registration fail like 20%. Then total how many percentage done? 40. Then next we need to configure the port number and IP address. Configuration process we need to do. Configuration process. While configuration process again we need to go what? 20% gone. Total how much percentage is done? 60. After configuration we need to start the server and deploy the project. Start the server and deploy the project. So start the server and deploy the project again 20 people is gone. So what we need to do is like download the Tomcat server, install the Tomcat server, configure the Tomcat server, set up the server, like start the server and deploy the application. Start the server and what? Deploy the application. Yeah. Because see, to run the project, we require a server. Server is used to run the application. We deploy the project into where? Server. So server will take care about the application. Server will take care about what? Application. Yeah, we deploy the project in server. Server will take care about the application. Download the Tomcat server. Second one is what? Install the server. Third one is what? Configure the server. Next one is what? Start the server and deploy the application. Right? These many steps we need to do, guys. These many steps we need to do. But definitely you guys are busy with what? Busy with sleeping, busy with what? Other works. Busy with what? Other works. That's what guys, the Rod Johnson is decided. These developers are way too dangerous. These are busy with what? Multiple things like, multiple things they are busy. That's what he decided, like, he said, like, I will give the Tomcat server, you don't download, you don't install, you don't configure, you don't start it. I will give the server, you directly take care about application, that's all. Oh, he said what? You need to download the server, he will give the server. He will give it by default 3 embedded servers. He will give you the servers directly. So you don't need to download the server, you don't need to install the servers, you don't need to install the see guys, Spring we never it cannot be any process at all. Authentications you are doing, IOC contains doing servers you are downloading, they are giving servers. Database also you don't need to do. Database also they will provide by default. And it's part of you guys are what? Enjoy. Enjoy with what? Whatever works. So that is the data, guys. So download the server is not required, install the server is not required, configuration is not required, start the server and deploy is not required. They are giving embedded servers, Spring Boot embedded servers. See, this morning class I talked about one word like Spring Boot starters. Spring Boot starters. Now I'm talking the word like Spring Boot embedded servers. Embedded servers means they will give servers by default. You no need to download, no need to install, no need to configure, no need to start also. They are done automatically. So we have the dependency like Spring Web dependency. Right? This web dependency by default you will get the servers. So how many servers you will get? 3 servers. By default they will provide the 3 servers. One is the Tomcat, one is the Tomcat, one is the Jetty, one is the Undercloud. They will provide the 3 servers by default. One is what? Second one is Jetty. Third one is Undercloud. By default Tomcat enabled. By default Tomcat enabled. They given how many servers? By default enabled what? Next class is I disable the Tomcat, I enable the Jetty, I disable the Jetty, I enable the Undertow, like different servers are used. But as of now, they will give the default servers, guys. Servers we need to install by default coming up. That the servers is provided in the dependency, Spring Web dependency. Spring Web dependency will get the support of like service layer, controller layer and all, and it will provide the default embedded servers. Default embedded. So who will execute the projects? Servers. Who will execute the project? Who will execute the project? The servers you need to install by default coming up. So if you're absent also, what any problem is there, Kirti? No problem at all. Even if you're absent or you're irregular, you are busy with washing machines, you are busy with see We have the embedded servers like being insta servers coming by default. See, everything is automatic. Dependencies. You need to select each dependency and compose. But the compose you can call it as. Nice. Combos are starters. They are coming with combos. They are coming with what? They're coming with what? Combos. They're coming with what? They're coming with the combos and they're coming with like we need to create the object, but object to create by IOC container. Servers. We need to install servers. So servers coming automatically. How many servers you get? By default, which one is enabled? Yeah, Spring Web Dependency will give the support of REST APIs. We are starting REST APIs actually. Giving support of what? REST APIs. We giving support of what? Giving the support of REST APIs and and providing the three embedded servers. There is web dependency. The dependency you will get the REST APIs predefined support and you will get the embedded servers also. Embedded what? Servers. This is first dependency, guys. That is what? First dependency. The first one. And second dependency like that, guys, what web dependency will get the support of what? Get the support of what? REST APIs, build the REST APIs, support of what? Build what APIs this here? REST APIs and what? Embedded servers. Embedded the first dependency. And second dependency, let me go for the Lombok. What dependency need to add one? What the Lombok is doing, like we have the product class now. Product class contains variables, product ID, name, and salary. We generate the setters and getters. What you written here? They setters, getters, constructor and toString. Maybe in the we discussed about the collections. Collections in the has set employee data by default storing two objects. I told that we need to override equals method and what? Hash code method, right? It means what? Setters, getters, constructor, toString, equals, hash code. This all the code you are generating in Eclipse, right? Yes or no? But if you have the 10 properties in the employee class, we have the 10 properties. 10 properties means how many setters? 10 setters. How many getters? Constructor also lengthy toString equals and hash code. The code seems like small code, lengthy code. Huh? But setters and getters you are generating, you are writing is good. By default, coming is good. By default, coming is good, right? That's what, guys. We have the class like we have the class. See, guys, now we have the data like yeah. So first one is what? Spring Web Dependency. Second one is a Lombok dependency. So you take the class like product class. We have our employee class, which is product ID, product what? ID, product what? Name, product what? Price. See, guys, you want to get the setters means you don't need to write the setters in the class. The class is very clean. Class is what? Very clean. If you want setters, one annotation like setters annotation, setters are generated. At the rate getters are generated. At the rate constructor generated. At the rate toString generated. At the rate hash code generated. Like that, Lombok is given the setters and getter methods. Who given? Lombok is a tool which provides the annotations to generate the setters, getters, constructor, to string to everything is generated. See, you are writing generate. You are generating the center status good, the annotations good. Then the code is very like very rich, very nice, right? Yes or no? Yeah. Total how many dependencies we are talking about? We got two dependencies. One is what? Second one is the long work, like to get the support of what? Setters and what? Setters or getters. So guys, the last question, like tell me what dependency you added to build your projects. To build your project, what dependencies you added? Then you have to like I added Spring Web dependency to get the support of REST APIs, support of embedded servers. I added Lombok dependency to generate the setters and getters. Setters and what? Yes. That's it. Yes, next one is like we need to add the dependency. We need to add the dependency to connect the database. To connect with what? Database. To connect the database, guys, we need to add a dependency like Spring Data JPA dependency. Spring Data what? JPA dependency. For what purpose guys here? To connect with what? Database. Perform the operations. Perform the CRUD some operations, right? Exactly. That is what must Spring Data JPA. Oh, Spring Data what? JPA. How many dependencies you got total? Three. One is the uh, like servers you are downloading by default coming up. Which dependency providing servers? Web dependency. Web dependency providing what? Huh? And by servers they'll provide. Do you need to install any servers? No. Huh? No. No, right? No. No. Do you need to install any servers? No. No. Yes. Hey, no. Yes or no? No. 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 Dan kama huh? One is web dependency to get the support of REST APIs and embedded servers. Lombok dependency to generate the setters and getters. Data JP dependency to connect the database platform one. Correct. Good. Because next one you done with the database, right? What database? Oracle database, some database, no? Huh? You install database and you are running a database, some database. Database is like, you know, here is it. Database installation, installation of the database and start the database, writing the queries. This all of the work is not required, guys. They decided like Spring people. You don't install any databases. Don't install more. Don't write any queries. Don't write any queries. You don't need to install Oracle database, MySQL database, guys. They said like, you know, I will give the embedded databases. I will give you what? You work on embedded database direct. You don't need to install any servers. You don't need to install any database, guys. They will provide the servers. They will provide what? Databases. They will provide the three databases basically. One is a H2 database. One is what database? H2 database, HSQL database, Apache Derby database. Apache Derby. Apache Derby. They are giving three databases. They are giving three servers. So you don't need to install the servers, no need to install the database. Our time is what? Same. No errors at all. Because they given the embedded servers and they given what? Embedded database. How many database they given total here? Three database. One is H2 database, HSQL database, Apache Derby database. They give some databases guys. I'm going to select like, you know, H2 database. Or a dependency mark. H2 database. H2 dependency nothing but database support guys. Database to store the data. To store the data. Sir, you said like H2 database is a database to store the data nice. Then why my Oracle database? Why my Oracle database? Observe carefully, database are two categories. One is the in-memory databases, one is the persistence databases. One is what? In-memory databases, second one is the persistence database. In-memory database means the name itself say in-memory, in that memory itself. It means like, you know, H2 and HSQL, Apache database, these are in-memory databases. In-memory database means when application started, database created. When application stopped, the database destroyed. Database is what? Destroyed. When application running mode, H2 database is maintained, it will store the data, it delete the data, update the data, and all the queries we are seeing, all that information, no problem. When application is running, application stopped the data loss. That's what guys, generally for the development environment, they are going for like, you know, temporary databases, that is for H2 database. H2 database will store the data permanently, temporarily. How much time? Application startup to ending, otherwise application log out to login. queries are generated. I'll show you all the queries, guys. You guys no worries about the data. Total, how many dependencies we done total here? Four dependencies. Good. Yes, next one is the validation dependency. We need to go for the validations. See, for example, we want to get the input. You given the while sleeping, you given the wrong input. Wrong input means what? We need to validate, right? We need to what? Validation dependency, guys, to make the validations at server side. Validations at what? That is called validation dependency. Validations like to get the support of what? Validation. To get the support of what? Validations. To get the support of validations, you're going for the dependencies. What dependency is here? Validation dependency. How many dependencies are total here? One is webhook. Second one is Lombard. Next one is data JP. Next one is H2 database. Next one is validation database. What we require? Validation. So initially we had how many dependencies total here? 5. One is a webhook. Second is what? Data JPA. Which one what? How many dependencies are total here? 5. Yes, that's the 5 dependencies to create the project. To create what? Yeah, let me create the project, guys. To create the project. To create the project, let me create the project. Create the project. To create what? Project. To create what? Project. Yeah. So guys, to create the project, there are two options. Option 1, you create the project in the Spring Initializer website. Website name Spring Initializer. You can go for the website like morning class. What website you open here? Spring website you open yourself. Spring.io, right? Now today you open the start.spring.io. Spring.io only starting we need to add what? Start.spring.io. Click on enter button, guys. Once you click on enter button, it is asking like project creation steps. These are the project creation steps. You need to write the create the project. See guys, to create the project, these are project creation steps here. First, we need to select what project you are creating here. You are creating Maven project and Gradle project. Maven project here. Go for the Maven project. This is called Maven project. This is a Gradle project. Gradle project I'll tell you later. As of now, you can select what? Maven project. Select the Maven project, guys. And Spring Boot support come with the 3 languages. One is what? Java code you can write. One is what? Ruby code you can write. One is what? Kotlin code you can write. How many languages you can write? Java, Kotlin, Ruby. How many codes you write? 3. There's like language like Java, Kotlin, and what? Ruby. That's the data, guys. Here. That's it. So first one is what? What project? Maven project. Second one is what? Language. After you can select the Spring Boot version. You see the version like Spring Boot 3.5.5 by default selected. You ignore it. Next one is what, guys? Project metadata. Nothing but project information we have to give. What we have to give? Project information. See guys, when you give the project information, it is asking some details like yeah, it is asking some details like group ID. One is what group ID. So even when you copy the dependency, because frequently get the terms like group ID and artifact ID. Group ID and what? Group ID is nothing but a package name, guys. Group ID means the project contains one group or multiple groups. Nothing but multiple packages. So group ID is nothing but what? Group ID is nothing but package name. A group ID means just you can give the package name like com.satya.what. Com.satya. This is what REST API. Com.satya.what. REST API. Artifact ID nothing but project name. This is like REST API project. Just you can give the REST API what project. We got it. So one is what? Group ID. Group ID is nothing but what? Artifact ID is nothing but project name. Group ID means package name. Artifact ID is nothing but what? Project name. That's it there. This is a project description, package name. So guys, by default, this group ID taken as a package name, guys. You copy that group ID. That group ID also you can make it as a package name. Because bottom side package name is taking what the API project up to project name also. You can delete that and you just keep the up to what? To what? Package name. We have to what? Package. That is it. That is the project information, guys. A group ID, artifact ID, package name you should take care. Group ID, what you group ID you given? This is exactly based on the what case your package. That's it. The first one is what project you selected? Maven project or Gradle project? What language you selected? What project Spring Boot version? ID for latest version selected, keep it aside. Next one is project information. What is the group ID? Artifact ID? Artifact ID is what? Project name, and we need to go with what? This is the description file. This is the package name is what? com.satya trust API. That's it. Okay, next one is the packaging, guys. Packaging, you can make it as a jar. You can make it as a jar. Sir, why this packaging? I'll tell you later. Because once you've done this project, guys, we need to deploy the project, right? Once the project is completed, what we have to do? What we will deploy? We will deploy the files, sir. We will deploy what? We will deploy the files and the files call. We will deploy the jar files here. What you will deploy? Jar files. That's what, guys, packaging, you can make it as a jar. Packaging, you can make it as what? Jar. That's one thing, guys. The next one is right side, we can have the data, like, what the data we have, the add dependency. You click on this add dependencies. Here we need to select the dependencies. Unfortunately, here we can see the dependency name by default. This is what dependency, guys? Web, security, JPA, activator, dev tools. He given already that place the names. We type chesayandi. First one is what dependency? Web. Can you see what dependency is here? Spring. Spring Web. Click on that, automatically web dependency is added. Here we got web dependency. Second dependency is what? Security we'll discuss later. Next one is what? JPA. When you enter the JPA, what we are getting here? Data JPA. You'll get what? Data JPA. Third one is like, click on dependency here. Lombok. You enter the Lombok, guys, you'll get the Lombok dependency. Nice. How many dependencies you have here? 3. Tell me like that, you type it. H2 dependency, select H2 dependency, here you'll get H2 dependency. Just I'm selecting what I want. Last so how many dependencies are added here? Web, data JPA, Lombok, database. How many dependencies are added total? One more dependency is what? Yes, you can write the validation. You get the validation dependency, select that. See, guys, one more dependency I'll add, like, DevTools dependency. Spring Boot DevTools. Visual Studio Code, we have a live reload, right? Every modification you get what? Live. Every modification you get what? Live. Spring Boot DevTools is a dependency, guys, which will take a live reload. If you place the cursor, guys, is Spring Boot DevTools. So provides what fast application restarts and what live reloads. This is a Spring Boot DevTools. Spring Boot what? DevTools. Yeah, how many dependencies here total? 6 dependencies we added. One is what? Web dependency. Second one is what? One is what? Web. Second one is what? Lombok. Next one is what? Data JPA. Next one is what? Data group. Next one is what? Application group. Next one is what? DevTools for the live reload. Live reload. We are going for the DevTools dependency. Total how many dependencies you added? For the basic build the REST APIs, I'll add the 6 dependencies, guys. Later classes, I'll add the 4 more dependencies later classes. Later classes, I'll add some more dependencies like, cost dependency, HUs dependency, security dependency, activator dependency. I'll add some more dependency, but these are what? The basic dependencies to build the basic project. Build the project. That's it, guys. How many dependencies are there here? 6 dependencies you could have. Once the 6 dependencies is done, click on what? Generate. Click on generate. And if you click on the generate, guys, the project is generated. So the project is downloaded. Project is what? Downloaded. If you want, you can check the downloads, guys. In the downloads, you can see this is the REST API project. See, this is the REST API project. You given a name, right? What the name you given? Tell me here. Today you done the 2 downloads, guys. One is what Spring Boot tools for Eclipse, and this is REST API project. Project name. A project name. We can work with the project. So you guys, let me copy this project morning class. We created one folder. In that folder, let me place the project here. Just you can go from the project location. Local disk E. Wait, that's it, guys. First, you please create the project. Create the project. Project. Spring software. Spring software. Yeah. Spring software. You can place the project dependency here. The same project you created. That's it, guys. Hey, open the Spring Toolsuit ID. You know that leaf symbol, right? Open it. Open a Spring Toolsuit ID. Open what? Spring Toolsuit ID. Click on what? Spring Boot. What's your batch name? Slipping batch. Last one is what? Your KL, right? Spring Boot IJK. Huh? GHIJK. There's a batch here. Dangerous batch here. Click on what? Enter. There's workspace is created. Fine. Right, that's it. Be done with the example. I'll show you. Just wait a second. Just now you downloaded that project, right? Download is done. What the project you downloaded here? You right click on the project and extract the project. WinRAR. How to extract? Extract here. Once if extract here, project is extracted. This is your project. This is your project. In this project, guys, we got multiple folders. That's okay, fine. We got this is the project. This is a downloaded file, zip file, guys. This is extracted file. This is what? Extracted file we got. Yeah, this is a CS is okay. Just now you created a project, right? We need to create the project. We need to import the project. We need to create the project in project. Last time, I discussed the class or first time. మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు ఏదో చెబుతారు ఛార్జింగ్ పెట్టుకుంటున్నాం ప్లగ్లు పెట్టుకుంటున్నాం క్లాస్ ఫస్ట్ జాబ్ చేసుకో ఏం చేద్దామా జాబ్ చేసుకో guys go for the file menu go for what file menu what statement guys here file menu go for the import statement file menu go for the import statement guys because already project is there already project downloaded click on the import once you click on the import there's asking like what project you want to import tell me what project you want to import Git project Gradle project Maven project Maven project you want to import Maven project you want to import me just you can select the Maven project select that in the select it is asking multiple options what you can say install and deploy materialize the existing Maven project check out Maven project CM existing Maven project you select the existing Maven project because already Maven project existed here click on what next once if you click on the next it is asking the browse the folder browse the folder root directory we have to browse browse the folder means you just to browse it and just now we have the data like REST API project right so local disk E we have the project like what is the project here Spring software somewhere where is the data yeah Spring software we have the data in that we have the REST API project ఇది ఓపెన్ చేయమనుకున్నాం STS so REST API project here and you can go with what select folder the REST API project you need to go with the select folder guys once you select you got that format XML file just click on what finish once if you click on the finish then we will get the project here now in the project it is showing the like M means what project I say Maven project it is showing once it is showing the Maven project and you need to extract that files so it's still loading guys we need to check whether it is loading or not left side here we have the import statements see guys how much percentage it is loaded here 9% it is loading you just wait few seconds which is complete the process make sure that when doing this all the process internet should be connected to your laptop because it downloading the jars and building the jars and all. What should be required, guys? Here, internet should be required. That's what, guys. You just wait a second. First time when the ID is building, it will take bit time. Bit time. Next project onwards, there is no worries. Immediately it is generated. But this time is what? Initial data, it will take bit time. Just wait a second. Wait a time. Once if you wait the data, once you what? Wait the data. How much percentage completed? Yeah, 9% is done. Just we need to, yeah. See guys, so after 9% directly it go for what? For 98. 9 to 98 guys. Then I get started from Java docs onwards. Java docs or 6 or 7. So it's not required. Just you can go with the flow. Directly it is downloaded, no problem, guys. Click on what? Okay, guys, you can go with what? REST APIs. See guys, here we get these folders. We got one folder, multiple folders. These what are the folders? I'll explain tomorrow. What is SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test.java. These all I'll explain today, tomorrow. Today, just you open this SRC main Java file once. There you can see the package name. What the package name? There we can see the main file automatically. This is a Java file. Once if you open this file, you'll get the main method. You get what method? Main method. Main method also. Here you get the main method. Let me increase the font size. You know how to increase the font size, right? Windows preferences, you type what? Font, general on what? Font, colors on what? In Eclipse ID, how you change the font? Same way we can change the font here also. Eclipse ID, I hope you know the process, right? The same process we can go with the data. Just click on what? Okay, click on what? Apply and close. We got the data like this. Hey, this is the file you will get by default. This is the Spring Boot application, guys. At the rate Spring Boot application, REST API project example, and here we have the main method. After that, here we have the application that run. This is the main method. This is what method, ma? Yeah, you open SRC main Java. SRC main Java contains the Java files. Com.satya.rest API is here we have the data like REST API project application. You click on enter. Once if you click on enter, we got this file. No? Yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, today you do one small code. I'll explain this code. At the rate nothing else. A welcome message you can write at the rate what? Get mapping. At the rate what? Get mapping. Just you can write the slash what? Greet. Slash greet you can write, guys. Just you can write the method like public return type is what? String. This is like greeting message. You can write the greeting message. Greeting what? Greeting info. Greeting info. Click on what like that. This is the what message guys here? What the message you return? Greeting message. Guys, greeting we have the greet method. This is what info guys here? Greeting info. What info? Greeting info. Just you can write the return statement. Go for what? Return statement. Return statement what? So welcome to tell me guys. Welcome to REST API examples. REST API example. Okay, so welcome to REST API example. Just you run that code. That's it, guys. Once we done this work, at the rate word mapping is here. Get mapping. At the rate what mapping? At the rate get mapping. At the rate what? Get mapping. This is what code, guys? Here. See, guys. This is the main class. What class, ma? Main class. What class? Main class. You do the work better. Because the controller will not get, because we need to write the layers. Total how many layers we have? Controller layer, service layer, repository layer. How many dependencies we have in total? Six. What are 6 dependencies? One is what? Huh? Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Spring Boot. Servers we need to install by default coming up. Database we need to install by default coming up. By default. Got it up? Yeah. Write the points. Many embedded servers given by how many embedded servers? Three. And we have the default for Tomcat By default, which was service enabled by default? Default port name of the Tomcat is 8080. Default port of the Tomcat server is what? 8080. What is the different in-memory and persistent database? In-memory database means you store the data permanently, temporarily. Project running. Once the project is stopped, data will loss. What's the default port number of Tomcat? Project creation steps. Total we have the two steps. Today we are doing option one. Create the project using what? Spring Initializer. Create the project using Spring Initializer. Import the project in ID. First option. Second option is what? Directly create the project in what? ID. వర్షం పడుతుంది బయట. మళ్ళీ వర్షం పడిద్దేమో. వెళ్తారా? ఈ వర్షం పడితే ప్రాబ్లం. చెప్పనా కాసేపు. Stop right, listen, 2 points, listen. See guys, once you done the project, you got the project like this. Then we can go for the SRC main Java. First one is what? SRC main Java. SRC main, SRC test. See guys, SRC main Java, which contains the, these are Maven folder structure. SRC main Java contains the Java related files like controller classes, repository classes, service classes, entity classes, model classes, exception classes, wrapper classes. All the Java classes should be there in what file guys here? SRC main Java. SRC main resources contains like static files, right? That's the property files and YAML files. Some property files we have. SRC main resources. SRC main what? Resources. Which contains like property files, guys, application or property files, static files, template files, I'll tell you later, keep aside. And SRC testing file, test unit test case related data, test Java is there. Test what? Java. See guys, SRC main Java files, SRC test Java test files, unit test cases, SRC main resources, property files, nothing but configurations. Property file is what? Configuration. Yeah, property file means you can have the configuration. These are JRE JRE library. What the JRE version I'm using here? 17th version. See guys, Maven dependencies morning class, morning class, the two files. One is like, Maven dependencies, one is a common XML file. All the downloaded, see how many dependencies you selected? 6. Old data like, one dependency, one jar you will get generally. One dependency means what? Yeah, one dependency means one jar you will get in old days. But this is the, you selected like, dependencies are standard dependencies are. Starter dependencies means what? You need to go with what? Bulk, right? Bulk jars. So total how many jars you selected? 6. Once you select the 6 jars, now 6 dependencies selected, but if you open this Maven dependency, you will get almost 40-50 jar files are downloaded. Like you selected like combos. You selected what? Combo. See guys, there is a data here. We can see this is a smart Android JSON, Azure, Angular, ASP, Classmate, H2 database, and Hibernate Commons because it's internal using Hibernate, Hickory connection pool, JAX libraries, and Jakarta libraries, and JAX core libraries, JAX B libraries, JNet libraries, Log4j, Micrometers, Spring Boot starter jars. And these all are the dependencies. One dependency downloaded, too many dependencies are. Old days, one dependency, one jar coming. But now you selected how many dependencies? So 6. You got 6 jars, 50 jars, 50 jars. That is called starter dependency. Guys, you please look into starter dependency once. These are all the Maven dependency. The dependency information goes to what file? Open this format XML file, guys. This is XML file. Format XML file. This is a format XML file which contains what? These are project information, guys. com.satya.rest API, REST API project. This is the name of the project. They are the dependencies. Java version, what you selected. This is all information, guys. How many dependencies? Like we have the root tag like dependency tag. This dependency is the root tag which contains a dependency tag. This is the first dependency, this is the second dependency, third dependency like that. First one is what one? Spring Boot Starter, Data JP, Spring Boot Starter, Validation, Spring Boot Starter, Helper, Spring Boot Dev Tools. And what next one is a H2 database. Next one is what? Logone. Next one is what? Test module. Fine, that is okay, good. That is all of the dependencies. All the dependencies information goes to what file, guys? Wait, dependency information goes to what file? Dependencies are goes to what file? Maven dependencies what? Go for SRC main Java, guys. See, let me create one small hello world code, guys, so that we'll finish the proper work. Go for the main package. See, guys, and right click on what? Main package. In the main package, click on the new. I want take the like sub package, guys. Take the sub package. So com.satya.rest API. You don't change this. Always main package should be fixed. You don't change the main package name. Whatever the packages you are creating, controller package, service package, entity package, model package, repository package, those packages should be the sub package of main package. Sub package of what? Main package. That's what, guys. com.satya.rest API don't delete, that is a fixed value. After that, what package, ma'am? Controller package. This is a controller package, guys. This is a controller package. Now see, total we got the 2 packages. One is a main package, contains only main class. Main package contains what class? Next one is what? Controller package I created here. Under the right click here and what? Click on the class. Guys, let me write the employee controller class. Just you can go for the what class guys here? Employee. What class here? Controller. Employee controller class. I'm clicking. Click on what? Finish. Click on what? Finish. Now we got the employee controller. This is employee controller class. Just to create the controller class. That's all. Once if I done with the controller class, done with what? Controller class. This is employee controller I created now. Now further. Now just you can write one get mapping, guys. What is this get mapping? I'll tell you tomorrow. Getter. What is a getter? Like post to get, put to delete. I'll tell you. Just you write the @ get mapping public string watermark greeting message. What message? Greeting. For this one, you can give one URL like this is a URL. What the URL? Greater. Just you can write the return statement. Today class is what? Completed. This is the REST API. Tell me guys, welcome to REST APIs. Welcome to what? Welcome to REST API. Welcome to REST APIs. That's it guys, welcome to REST API. But the URL for this, hey, you take the just normal Java method. What the method name here? Greeting. What the URL for that method? Huh? Exactly. Hey, who should create the object of this controller class? I was nice. Who create the object of employee controller means IOC container, so that we have to give the information to IOC container, right? Directly click creator, we have to give information. How many ways you can give the information? What approach you are following? You just use annotation, tell to the IOC container, hey IOC container, this is my REST controller. This is my REST controller means you use annotation like @ what? REST controller. That's all. If you use @ REST controller, guys, you use what? @ REST controller. When the IOC container seeing this annotation, he decided, okay, this is a REST controller. I need to create object. I need to create what? Object. We are giving information to IOC container using what annotations. What annotation? @ REST controller. So that's it, guys. Work is done. This is a REST controller class which contains the routing methods, like methods we have. But the URL tell me guys here? Great. Well, that's it, guys. Simply can run this project. To run this project, guys, go for the right click on the project. Or you right click on what? Project. You right click on the project, guys. Go for the run as. Run as what? You can go here the Maven build, Maven clean, guys. I'll tell you the Maven later classes here. Morning class Maven is for what? Dependency management. What management? If you manage the dependencies, not only dependencies, guys, we build the code also. That build operation I'll tell you after project. But here you can go for the what? Spring Boot. What application is that? App. If you click on the Spring Boot app, now see guys, the project is started. Bottom side you can see the console. There is a console. Yes. We got the console. We got what? Console. This is a Spring console, guys. Spring console, Spring Boot version 3.5.5. You please look into these points, guys, once. What it is saying that no active profile set. Fine, that is okay. You check the Tomcat server is started or not started. Yeah, Tomcat is initially the port number. How much, guys? Did you install any Tomcat server? Did you configure any Tomcat server? Did you give any port numbers? By default, port number is what? Starting service and starting the service servlet. Starting servlet what? Engine. That's a very full point. That is like data. At last, we got the message. Tomcat started on port. How much guys here? 8080. Started REST API project applications. Application started. Application what? Started. See guys, once the application started, you access that URL. Access that URL. Tell me guys, what is the URL we need to access? What is the URL? What is the URL we have to access? Localhost. URL, localhost. What is the port number? Huh? Yeah, the port number is 8080. Yeah, port number is 8080 slash. What is the URL name? Huh? That's it. Greater. If I type the click on what? Enter button. Click on what? Enter button.